now it's time to come home, and we're going to do basically the same thing we did before, which is burn. What we need to do is we actually need to get Ike in the right position, which is over here. Which is going to be a pain, because we can only fast forward it 100 times, and then I think it's actually going to slow down when we get there. So, I'm going to pause this thing, and we're going to do it the hardest way by bouncing back and forth between the Space Center. Okay, I forgot that I have a flag on Ike that I could use as a stationary target, so I did that. Okay, but now that we're in the orbiter, and we're roughly where we want to be, what we're going to do is we're going to plot a course to hurl us out of the entire Duna system here, much the same way that we just got out of the Kerbin system. Should we really be using precise node for this? Let's go -1. Okay. Plus, 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 plus. There we go. Okay, that's basically now we're slightly behind Duna. And at any point now, if we were to slow down enough to get a Kerbin, set Kerbin as our target. It's right there. So if we speed this up a little bit, or not speed it up, do it later, it's looking better. Let's see if we do it right here at the ascending node. It's looking better, but we got to get it a little bit farther. Oh. This is it right here. Boom. Yeah. This right here is when we want to do it. And that is in... Oh, not this node. This node is this many times away. It's in year 2, day whatever. Which is funny. It doesn't tell me how long from now it is. But anyway, so we don't want this node anymore. So we're going to delete it. And then this is in 1 year and 49 days. So now I'm going to hit F5 in case this is wrong. Then we're going to go back to our flag here. And then we're going to crank up time all the way to 10,000. We're going to get a little dizzy, so we're going to zoom out a little bit. But, yeah, what we're going to do here, the reason we have this isn't, we don't want to do this maneuver node. This maneuver node is serving as a timer for us. And as soon as this timer reaches 0, we know that Duna, I almost said Mars, Duna is in a position where returning to Kerbin is favorable. So that's the purpose of it. Sadly, it's 300 days away, so I'm not going to make you sit through this. I'll be back when we're there. And we're going to close the alarm and unpause. Now, we should be now in prime time. We're basically, ideally, we're just before that node. However, we're basically where we want to be on Duna. Or on Duna, so to get out of here. So let's go ahead and try on Ike to build up an escape here, which looks fairly good. Let's see what our Kerbin looks like here. We need to get farther, and yeah, this isn't as good. I'm going to do this with the precise node because it's so hard to control these nodes here. So what we want to do is we want to go forward in time to get our periapsis and our apoapsis on exact opposite sides of where Duna is right now. Now we still need to add more oomph to the whatever you call it here. Let's go ahead and go forward in time a little bit. Oh, we're already too far. So let's slow down a bit. And I think we're going to have to radial a little bit. And I totally screwed up my normal. Let's go ahead and zero out the normal. Yeah, we're really close, but I think we can do this radial. I've played with this before, and it looks like radial's going to do it. Boom, there's an encounter. That's all I care about right now is getting an encounter. So, in 25 minutes, we got a 500 meter per second burn, and that's going to leave us 494 to 587. It's going to leave us less than 100 meters per second to tweak our trajectory. Should be plenty. View in tracking station. No, I don't want to do that. Okay. So let's do this in 25 minutes here. Let's go ahead and hit M to get out of map mode. Where's Duna? Oh, there's Duna. That means they're actually... Yeah, there's our flag. That's pretty sweet. Okay, let's go ahead and speed up time here. 400 meters per second should be about 15, 20-second burn. Bye-bye, Duna. We'll see you on the other side as we're leaving you. Yeah, this guy is so powerful with his torque now. Just the torque from the pod is enough to just... Let's see, free mode. There we go. That's what we like. Okay, we are coming up on the burn here. What did I say it's going to be? About 20 seconds at the most. I just hit F5 because you know what happens when I assume things. But we're going to crank it down to 10 seconds. We'll just go up here. Yeah, 20 seconds. Almost exactly. That's pretty sweet. I'm going to turn on fine controls. I'm just going to do this burn. We're going to match it to the maneuver node exactly. And then I'm going to try to get it within a decimeter a second. Whoa. Don't really have the fuel to waste on jumping around like this, but there we go. That's got to be good enough. Okay, we are going to kill this. We're going to check out our Kerbin. We do still have a Kerbin encounter, which is awesome. Let's go ahead and focus on Kerbin. And according to... That's Kerbin's orbit, not mine. Oh, you know what it is? I lowered my conics here. Let's add another maneuver node here. I have to just make a maneuver node so I can access my conic samples. I need to... Let's go up like 4 more conics. Let's go 1 minus 1. Okay. And then we don't need this node anymore. So now when we look at Kerbin, we'll actually see what we're doing. Okay. This is actually looking really good. So all we need to do now... I should have kept that maneuver node. Let's focus on Duna. Let's make a maneuver node here-ish. Not fiddle with it until we focus back on Kerbin. And then let's see the effect of doing certain things, like, for example, I'm trying to block out the sun like Scott Manley does, but it's hard when you're really far away from the thing. Let's try going normal +1. That did not do anything close to what I was expecting. Let's try radial minus. Oh, radial's better than normal. Okay, let's go back to normal 0. Let's go radial minus, 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 minus. Okay, that looks pretty good. Now let's try prograde minus 4, 3, 2, 3. So this is the best prograde. So now what if we do more radial? That's worse. That's worse. So that's the sweet spot of radial. Let's go normal now. This is kind of the sweet spot right now. I think what we're going to do is we're going to do this burn here. It's only 6 meters per second. And then the rest of this we are going to do once we have left Ike's sphere of influence. We're going to try again once we're in Duna's sphere of influence. So we're just going to do this burn. We're not going to really care about the time because it shouldn't matter. It's getting, as long as it's getting us closer, I'll keep doing the burn. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. We're under 4 million, and we're basically there. So let's go ahead and delete this. We're at 3 million meters, which is darn good, really, when it comes down to it. And we have an entire 84 meters per second of fuel left. That's awesome. Okay, now let's get out of Duna's sphere of influence by selecting. Is this Duna? Yeah. Focus our view on Duna. Or sorry, not Duna's sphere of influence. Let's get out of Ike's sphere of influence. Oh, all these pretties. There we go. Okay. Brought this antenna and I never used it. I don't think I'm going to because I don't want to waste my resources. Okay. Let's leave Ike's sphere of influence in 3 minutes. 2 minutes, 1 minute, and snap. Closing alarm on pause. I was kind of expecting... We're still in Ike's sphere of influence. Are we in Duna's sphere of influence yet? There we go. Closing alarm on pause. Now we're in Duna's sphere of influence. Okay. So now let's make another maneuver node. Let's go back to Kerbin, wherever it is. There she is. Let's go ahead and focus our view on Kerbin. What do we got here? We're still 3 million meters. Now let's see what happens when we do various things like anti-normal. No. Radial. No. I think there's nothing we can do until we're in Sun's sphere of influence. Because all of these do bad things. Well, that doesn't do bad things. Actually, that does very good things. Yeah, going normal. Whoops. Does that. Now, however, I'm wondering how close to... Yeah, see, we're very close to... Yeah, we should do it now. Okay, we're doing this now. We're doing 62 meters per second. That's going to leave us a very, very small amount of fuel in our tank. But it should be cheaper now than any other time. I was going to try to aim myself at Kerbal Space Center, but obviously I'm not going to have the fuel to do that. So we're going to hit F5 again. Waffles is going to hit the gas here. And it seems to not be doing what I want. There we go. Apparently it matters that you aim it the way you say you're going to. And this is not going to be the sunny side of the planet, sadly. So I think I'm going to delete this here. And I'm going to save my last 20 or so meters per second to when I'm in Kerbin's sphere of influence aiming this thing right. Okay, I'm going to hit F5 every single step of this way. We are going to fast forward 2 days to get out of Ike's or Duna's sphere of influence. Now we should be in the Sun's sphere of influence, and we still have our encounter, which is good. Now we've got 296 days to travel around the entire solar system here. So I'm not going to make you watch that. I'll be back when we are closer. Okay, we are almost there. We are there now. And now. There we go. Close the alarm and pause. And we are in Kerbin's sphere of influence, and I think I'm going to burn away from the planet. Or orbit outwards to hopefully come in on the sunny side of the street. But I have such little fuel left, I'm going to hit F5 in case I screw this up. So, like that. That is not going to do it. So let's swing ourselves around, and I would like my periapsis to be at least in the 20s. $28. F5. That should be enough to bring you down, Waffles. You have officially made it all the way around. And you're coming back with essentially nothing in your tank. Let's get into free mode. There's... Oh, that's Moon or something. There's Moon. Bye-bye, Moon. Oh, there's Kerbin. Hi, Kerbin. Let's see what we got as far as resources are concerned. We have half a liter of fuel. And where does it look like we're coming in? It looks like we're coming in over the desert. We might actually land in the desert, which would be cool. So, let's see what happens. There's nothing left to do but let us fall. Wouldn't it suck if now was the time I realized I didn't bring a parachute? But I have a parachute. That was only the first mission that didn't have a parachute on it, because parachutes were actually detrimental. Oh, there's our re-entry flames. I don't know why I try to control the craft while it's... Okay, we are officially not coming in. We're not... We're definitely not ever leaving again. It looks like we're going to be landing in the water, which kind of sucks because we've already got a water landing. But let's use our last fuel. There it goes. That was the last of it. Oh, there's a nice picture there with Moon. If I didn't already have a ton of pictures from this. Oh, okay, ton is probably the wrong word. If I didn't already have the picture I'm going to use as the screenshot, I might have taken that one. But yeah, things are looking good. Successful mission. Completely successful from start to finish. That was pretty awesome. A little light on the fuel, but that's the way we like to run. That's the thing about Kerbal Engineer. It's like when you don't have Kerbal Engineer, you have no idea how much fuel you need. When you have it, you can plan things down to the bare wire and see if you can still do it, which is kind of fun. But okay, we are through the worst part of this, so I'm going to hit the chute. I'm going to hit F5 here in the atmosphere, and you're going to see why. I'm going to test something. That supposedly, let's go ahead and turn off the computer. Supposedly, you can be at 4 times time warp when you hit 500 meters, and your parachute will still open with no problems and stop you, and you won't die. And we're going to test that. Oh, look how dark it is. Oh, but the light is coming. Here we go. This would kill a normal Kerbal. Oh, that's what killed Jeb, if you recall, in like the second episode of my series. Yeah, I got to slow down the clouds. That looks kind of creepy. And splashdown. Nicely done. Now, I don't think we've ever gotten a temperature reading from the ocean. Apparently we have. Okay, what about a seismometer reading? Can't be done. Okay, well, I guess that's not going to work. Let's go ahead and slow down time. And I'm pretty sure if we got those, we definitely have crew reports. Yeah, so we're not even going to bother with this stuff. Let's go ahead and recover and see how much science we got from Ike. 599. Now, as I've said before, if you do this exact mission, you will get a lot more than this. You will get well over $1,000. I have limited my science on purpose to make this harder for myself. So let's go ahead and spend some here. Can we get the gravioli detector? That's the only thing I care about. Yes, if we spend everything. So boom, got it. Okay, we can't get these. Don't really want them. We do have 57 science though now, and we have everything but the nose cone, which I think we can live without, at least for the time being. So that means we can start thinking about things like better rockets. Don't really need this. I just unlocked a better thing. I've got a probe core that I'm really not going to use for anything. Got no plans for planes in this series. Maybe on lathe. I don't know. Don't need these little probe things, although they might come in handy on Pole and Bop. This might come in handy to bring home people. This will definitely come in handy to make things... to make things more efficient. But I think we're going to go for better rockets. Let's spend 20 science on here, and that's it. If I was really into it, I could run around and do the science experiments around the thing. But I think I'm gonna wait until next episode with that. And speaking of next episode, we're at the end of this episode. We are doing well. Next episode, now that we have the gravioli detector, we can start thinking about Moon and Minmus. And I think my next shot is going to actually be to Minmus. I'm going to go there, and I am going to rock the science hardcore. Ikepollo could unlock the whole tech tree. I hope it doesn't. I hope I have limited my science enough that it won't, but holy cow. It's going to be expensive. it's going to get us a lot of science. So I hope you enjoyed watching this. I hope you learned something. I hope that little trick there comes in handy for you as it came in handy for me, because it keeps you from having to go to outside resources, which is important to me. I like to not have to do that. As great as the Alex Moons calculator is, I would like to not use it. So I think I'm going to do that from now on. But anyway, the next couple of episodes, I don't have to do that because they're going to be simple in Kerbin's Sphere of Influence. I hope you enjoyed watching this, though. I am Fifth Horseman. I enjoyed playing this. I am Fifth Horseman, and I will, as always, talk at you later.